Hi and welcome to this new timeless reading. Let's take a look at what's going on energetically at this point in time and what is ready to activate. It's going to be in three cards. The first one is the details, the second one is what can be released, and the third one is advice. And let's see what energy we're dealing with. And we have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is saying your last point of retreat. And it's pretty much saying to take a look at what your last point of retreat within the matrix energy structure is. And it's not necessarily where you live. It's it could also be a mind frame, a mindset. And it's asking you to take a look at what actually is not working right now and actually used to work very well for you, but at this point in time it actually doesn't, and it's time to take the energy back from that infrastructure that you built or accepted and to redirect it into something that will actually benefit you much more in the long term. So I'm asking for examples of the retreat space that we're talking about. I'm getting refuge, and there's a lot of it's pretty much talking a lot about the space you enter when you give into vices versus trying to cultivate virtues. So pretty much why you drink is not because alcohol tastes so delicious. It's very much in order to access a lower vibrational space and feel unburdened from your regular day-to-day life. Same with most things, but then on the upside you could actually do sports or just work out in your house and access a higher space instead of a low vibrational space, and then not feel as burdened by your daily life and come back with fresher eyes. And like you get kind of like the mechanism I'm talking about. So it's asking us to make sure we're aware of the, it says pretty much the last retreat, meaning we worked a lot on many other aspects. So this is kind of like announcing a very interesting shift coming up. And now what can we release? And it's the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups, what I'm seeing is it's kind of like chill about overprotecting your heart. Like at this point, it's more of a habit to like protect your heart, protect yourself, not express, not show up as who you actually are, not say the things you really want to say. All of that is coming to the surface to be looked at and released. It's not, this actually works in that mind frame, but when you think of it, let's say for the example with alcohol, like people will drink to avoid their everyday problems or release the burden of everyday problems, but then they drink too much and they spill all of it. They spill all the things they've been holding back, what they feel about their marriage or someone they have a crush on, or what like angers them, how powerless they feel about this and that, or even step into rage because they're really sad about something that did happen in the past. And those types of reactions are definitely not feeding the best aspects of yourself. They're actually feeding the parasitic structures. So when you stop freaking out about overprotecting your heart, your expression, what you feel about people and situations and even yourself, like you disempower the parasitic structures and re-empower yourself. It's more about just assuming that's how you are. And when you think of it, if more people did that, would actually live like in so much more truth, acceptance, and comfort around each other. But no, let's drink, feed the parasites, freak out, do things we don't want to do, say things we don't want to say, get tangled up in situations, and then try and go back to the daily life. All of that to avoid this. Like, please. Like, I understand it's not like your first perspective when you're like, oh, I'm gonna go out and party and do all those things, or just not spend time with my wife because something happened at work and I don't feel good about it, or all of those things. Like, I understand it's not your first perspective to be like, oh, I'm over shielding myself and going through towards a path of darkness that's not gonna elevate me or release me from those emotions. But that's why I'm doing this reading, apparently. So please enjoy this perspective, and if it's helpful, make sure to look at it with fresh eyes into your own life, and that's all I wish for you. And now, what's the advice? And we have the strength, and in the strength, it's I notice it's a major arcana also, and it's telling us we now have the strength to do that. The advice is actually like, do a good scan, look at yourself, acknowledge your current circumstances. Whatever you've been going through is one thing, but in the meantime you did build the strength needed to actually shift out of the previous matrix built retreat, the parasitic system's little cocoon nest space that was allocated to you, as long as you were carrying like heavy emotions that you were not willing to look at. But now we all have the strength and support to look at that, and the proof of that is that you're possibly watching this video, and I'm not the only person that gets that. And it could be on any other level also, like fresh conversations with people around you, coming across videos online, or maybe stepping into a new activity that will actually shake you up into a new mind space that could be it could be therapy, sports, or getting readings or anything like that. So yeah, it's actually when not feeling so good, to actually not over flagellate yourself and go towards what's actually nurturing. Like, you don't have to go for the thick skin narrative at this point in time with what we're talking about here. This is not productive towards evolving into the best version of yourself anymore. So I hope this was interesting and it resonated.